Hey everybody, just want to make a quick video on these black dot anomalies over the sun. Anomaly, whatever. Over the sun. I keep seeing these videos and shit like that. Planet X reflects on water. Well, what I want to show you here is if you look at this anomaly, there's a fucking square of pixelation around it. Let me see if I can zoom in further on this. See this small pixelation here? This, I mean, it's like someone cut and paste this into the fucking onto the screen. Same here. See the square? I mean, there's square discoloration. Look for yourself. It's you can look up Hawk Chick 111. I'll put the link in the description here. But I just think either someone is lazy when they're cut and pasting these things like this. This is the lens flare. I don't know. It might be something, but it's hard to tell with all the fucking chemicals in the air. You see all this wispy shit? I don't know where they took. Oh, South Chile and Alaska. Look at the gas in the air. But anyways, here's another video that this one I can't fucking explain. The only thing I can think of is that something's wrong with the cameras, because that's pretty distinctive. There is a dot there. Ooh, I didn't see that. There's one up here too. Weird. Anyways, I wanted to show you NASA's projections on Comet Elenin and fucking Honda, because Honda's something to worry about. But Comet Elenin, if you look here, you can clearly see Comet Elenin is, well, if you're on Earth, you're looking at the sun to be on the left-hand side. So would Mercury. Venus, Mercury, Earth, and the sun, they're going to line up here around August 15th and the 18th. You have all three of these bodies pulling on one side of the Earth, which my prediction is we're going to have a catastrophic earthquake, at least an 8 on these days, from the 15th through the 18th. I think there's going to be quite an event there. But yeah, anyway, something I'd be worried about is this 45P Honda. This is a, I don't know, like 1.5 kilometer wide comet that, well, if you can see here, around August 18th, what NASA's showing is it's so damn close, it's sitting on top of Earth. Crazy. And at the same time, again, you're going to have Mercury, the Sun, Venus, and Earth, plus P45 Honda, all aligned at the exact same time. So the way this is showing, it's sitting on top of Earth here. These gravitational pulls here could throw that thing out of whack, and it could hit Earth. And if it does, well, I'd have to say that's going to suck. Anyways, if you go back here to today, the 29th, see Mercury's here, Venus is here. Something I wanted to see here was if you look at Soho, which now that's not going to show up. Okay, if you look at Soho, this is from the 26th. This thing is still there. This is a huge, big ass. The only thing I could say is this is Mercury. It's got to be Mercury. It's so big, and it's directly in front of us right now. It's about to line up with the sun. The only thing is, you'd think you'd be able to see Venus over here somewhere, which I really can't see Venus. I can only see this thing. But it's pretty big. It's a pretty big thing there. And then it's showing this heat signature. I'm hoping that's Mercury. If you look at shit, no, I just took it off. If you look at Elenin's, I mean, Elenin is already in Earth's orbit, just a little bit behind us, and it's gonna just keep on cruising. And people want to say, well, if Elenin was so fucking big, it would have an impact on Mars. Mars would be fucked up. Well, how the hell is that possible when Mars is over here? Okay? I mean, yeah, it's not going to do much to Mars. Granted, right at this point, you could have, you know, I don't know, fucking issues on Mars as far as gravitational issues, but it's not going to have any effect on Mars right now. It's that far away. It's just too bad Earth wasn't over here, you know, when this thing is going to pass in front of us. Because if it is that big, and then look, you have two comets crossing each other, Earth in the way. But anyways, if Earth was over here, you'd have some issues, but nothing like what we're going to have if, in fact, this thing is as big as people speculate. Something I showed you on this video here was, this was back in April, this was another alignment going on. And let's run back to April. Just see where the planets are. I don't know, that could be Mercury sitting there. Again. I mean, it does fly by. Now that I've checked this out, I'd asked many people, I mean, what they thought this thing was, and nobody's really told me. But what I really wanted to show on this was this. When I show it, it's showing a star coming out of there. And someone brought up to me the Nibiru star. Shit, I can't remember what it's called. Merkaba star. Look that up yourself. It's a 6.5-dimensional star that is some gateway. I can understand all the lens flares and stuff, but the star geometric shape on there is crazy. Anyways, so what I wanted to get to was these anomalies, and I figured if they could see this in Michigan, you know, so clearly, that in Iowa we should be able to see it. So what I did was I took a couple videos here, and yeah, the first video, I couldn't believe what I seen here. Now it gets very bright, so it gets very bright, so it causes this, I don't know what the hell this is on the screen, something with my lens, which I figured that these lens flare things that they're showing on YouTube and stuff, these black dot anomalies were something to do with the lens of the camera and just the sheer brightness of the sun, because I'll tell you what, it's bright as shit out here. This is in Iowa. Now what I show you here is I zoom in, and boom, I got this thing flying by. Wish I could slow this down, but I'm not a computer genius. Again, see it flying by? Now this is a lens flare. You see how it's moving as I move the camera? That's a lens flare. This is not. I don't know what the hell that is, but we'll move on. Here's a better video of it. 3 videos in a row I got these weird things flying around the sun. There's one. See that? You see it flying? See, I couldn't see it when I was filming. It's too damn bright. But look at that thing fly out there. Now, am I seeing comets, or, I mean, there it goes. It's still going. Man, I wish the camera was better quality. But again, lens flares. See how they move when I move the camera? I thought I picked up 2 on this video here. Let's run it back. Pretty sure I picked up 2. Let's see if we can see the other one. This one is just, I wish I'd quit moving, but again, I couldn't see it. I mean, look at it. Again, the lens flare, you see it moving as I move the camera. That thing was on a straight path. There's no movement as I move the camera, and I'll tell you what, if you believe that's an airplane, that thing was fucking flying. I got lots of videos of fucking airplanes. None of them move that fast. I mean, look at it. Huh. Anyways, I think this one shows yet another And these videos weren't too long after each other. Let's see. Oh, this one I thought I didn't get one, but it's over here in this area over here. Nope, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. That one's a hard one to see. It's fast. It's gonna come right. There it goes. You see that? Now, am I picking up comets or asteroids or something flying by? Because, well, they just came out with a report on Trojan asteroids that are following us around, and we can't see them because they're in front of the sun. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm not a fucking expert. I can just show you what I got here. But I'm pretty sure this is Mercury. Again, I would think you'd be able to see Venus over here somewhere. And as far as, I mean, that might be Venus right here. But I can't believe Mercury's that big. It's crazy, but apparently it is that big. And again, the thing where people want to say, "Oh, that's common Elenin." Well, Elenin's way over here. You know, it's well, actually, bring this back up to now. Yeah, so Elenin's over here. So it's, there's no way them black dots on in front of the sun are Elenin. I mean, look how far off it is from being directly in front of the sun. Not to mention, it's actually sitting below the sun. And people that want to say they can see that shit up here, it's I'd say it'd be pretty difficult. That's why the United States built their observatory down in Antarctica, the furthest southern spot, you know, they could. Because you've got to be in the most southern area to be able to see this thing right now. Up until September. I mean, it'll be here. It'll be right, I mean, it's going to be right up in our face. And it is going to block out the sun. I mean, I don't, if you spin this around, oh, let's go back up to Elenin. Oh, that is, okay. At this point, September 10th, these are a little off. This is from a trajectory March 30th. You can go to elenin.org and then you can go look at NASA's thing. I'm fucking lazy at the moment. Anyways, at this point we're going to be racing this thing along our sun. So we're going to be blacked out for a couple days. If it's big enough. If it is 4 times the size of Jupiter, it is seriously going to black out the sun full on. The magnetic field of the thing alone is probably going to melt your fucking brain. And there's nothing you can do about it at all. I mean, you can go in the fucking ground all you want. I don't think that's going to help you. Because this time around, it's going to be so fucking close to us that I believe the other passes it's done, other times we're looking at Earth being over here, and then you have your cataclysmic events when it's sitting below Earth, but it's still sitting far enough away. This thing's going to be so close to us that it's going to be one hell of a ride. But yeah, Matthew, in the Bible, Jesus says that upon his return, that the earth, the sun will be blacked out for several days. And there you go. This is gonna, even if Elenin is a good sized comet, you're gonna have this thing sitting in front of the sun. It's gonna possibly eclipse the sun regardless of its size. So yeah. That's all the video I wanted to make. I could not believe that I just picked up these weird things flying in front of the sun. And then I took my final video. It doesn't seem to show anything. So it wasn't, I mean, and you can argue all you want, it was lens flares and blah, 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 but there's no way it was a lens flare. Again, the lens flare, you can see it, that's a lens flare. it's moving as I move the camera.